I'm Satan, your Lord of Darkness, and you're watching The Horror Show! Ha 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 ha!
Welcome to The Horror Show. I'm Marsha Parker. Enjoy the bloopers.
What is it we're going to review today?
Odd Thomas by Stephen Sommers.
Directed by Steven. Let's do that again.
Oh.
Okay. So what is it we're going to be doing?
Oh, are we really?
So what are we doing today, Marsha? What are we reviewing?
Odd Thomas by Stephen Sommers. God damn it.
All right.
You got me. Okay, wait.
All right. Now the movie is basically about a documentary crew who. Start
This
over.
is more of a
reporter. I was just going to change that.
Channel 12.
Channel 12. Thank you. Do you want to do this today?
This is how the rich people do it.
Pinky up?
Yeah.
Whoa. Wow. I hadn't been watching.
Well, thanks for watching.
Shit. Sorry. Okay, do it anyhow. Go ahead.
Welcome to The Horror Show.
No, turn around.
You said turn around and say it.
All right, watch the bloopers. All right, I got it.
So, Susie, you were just in the Torture Couture Modified Minds talent and fashion show. What did you, well, not really talent, but fashion show.
Ganesh.
What did you think of Zsa Zsa Ganesh?
Oh my god, it's like the best experience of my life. Thank you.
What's it like walking that runway once again?
It was such. It was awesome. It was fun. It was such a rush. It was great.
You had your bitchy resting face on. Talk about that.
I know. What'd you think?
So what's it like being from Russia, as you are?
Yes, very nice.
That's just an awful accent. Moving on.
Am I mistaken, or are those octopi that you are clad in at the moment?
Indeed, this is Misconstrued and Pink Moon Prophecy. They're incredible.
Very nice. And so who were you modeling for this evening? Was that who you just mentioned?
Indeed.
Twilight ones, and then you have all the way.
Do
up
not
to-
mention Twilight, I will come for you.
Not mention Twilight, I will come for you.
Okay.
See this Jaime's text.
Can't come, guys. Taking a shit.
Oh, actually, for the spoiler review, hang on. Before you do, real quick, put that down.
It's empty anyway.
You wanna start this time?
I will not remember that. So let's tell you a little bit about what the story is about.
Yeah, about the story.
Heavy metal television channel. Man, goddamn it, I'm a dumb fucking idiot. All right.
Well, you can check them out. We like them.
No, that's not. All right.
Which movie is your favorite? You're fired. So do you want to do the comments or do you want me to do it?
Sorry, I couldn't help
I don't know why I just did that, but...
Hey guys, welcome to The Horror Show. I'm Susie Von Slaughter, and today we're going to do our...
Do you mind if I introduce myself too?
No, this is my show.
Like...
Roll the clip.
She's flying solo, apparently, guys. All right.
Okay, ready? Okay, I'll wait.
Amelia Earhart over here.
Yeah. She's gonna crash like her too.
Oh.
Wrecked.
Too soon.
All right. Awesome. Hello, I'm Skeletor, ruler of Eternia, and welcome to the Horror Show.
all our funny banter.
There we go. Hey guys, can you hear us now? Fuck. God damn it.
We assure you
all
there's
right.
lots of
Sorry
funny
about that, guys. That's our fault. All right, let's try that again. Hey everyone, I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Jaime Fuego.
This is the Horror Show News with booze. Clearly it's working. Son of a bitch.
Little bit.
Shit.
We didn't even clink. Let's
all
clink
right.
it.
Sorry guys.
Clinkers.
Yeah, tell me this is tell me the sound's back. Get your audio working. We got it working now. Tell me it's caught up.
Working. Please.
Tell me it's caught up. Sorry guys.
Please.
Fucking shit. We're going to have to edit that part.
Ah.
Oh, all right. Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry about that.
I don't know why that was muted. Maybe because of the pre-roll. We didn't want them to hear us during the pre-roll. Who knows? Guys, we're here to do the news with booze, as usual. So, Fuego, let's jump into the very first story.
Yeah, jumping into the very first story, we've got both good and bad news about the Friday the 13th franchise, if you're a fan. And we're starting with the bad news, unfortunately, being the fact that we got some further information from Bryan Fuller. And, everyone knows he worked on, Hannibal, and he's done tons of other cool shit. He was on American Gods for the first season as showrunner. He also was involved with the remake of Carrie on TV that they were trying to make into a series way back. But he was trying to revive another beloved series, Friday the 13th. But there were some people who were a little critical of the script, even as it was about to start shooting. I believe it was last March. We reported on this, and he finally pulled the curtain back and gave a little bit more information about how in the 11th hour there is still a possibility of pushing this script forward before the rights revert back to Warner Brothers, but it's looking pretty dire. He's held the torch. He's been constantly answering questions about it on Twitter. This was the aforementioned script that some people were criticizing because it dealt with the son of the father of Jason back when it was more of Jason as a small kid and all this other stuff. And so there were some people who were critical of the script who I know who have read it, specifically Luis, our buddy, was telling me it's floating around on the Reddits and he thought it was a terrible script. So there's some people seeing relief in this, and there's other people just wondering once it gets back to Warner Brothers if that's gonna, would you have liked to have seen Bryan Fuller, behind this from a production standpoint and actually push that idea forward? He seems sad it didn't happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Bryan Fuller I love from Hannibal specifically, but he's done a lot of really good stuff. But yeah, his work on Hannibal made me super excited about the prospect here. Yeah. So it is a bummer to hear of this demise or whatever. Update, you might as well just say, update, by the way, it's dead.
Update about the transition of the property.
Sure.
And who knows? Maybe if Warner Brothers was Warner Brothers behind it? No, I believe Warner Brothers was does WB own New Line? I can't remember, man.
I
honestly,
don't know at this point. Everyone's shifted around.
It has so many times, and this is obviously a right that unfortunately is going to continue shifting around. There's still the international rights that the original, I guess, distributor or whatever is fighting over. So unfortunately, as far as on the big screen, Friday the 13th is a mess. But we have a very fun story that we will bookend this with. But I guess we can jump into the second story, and this is about an updated.
About the pictures too.
Oh no! Well, that was a less picture-centric.
Yeah. That was Friday the 13th. Everyone knows Friday the 13th. All right, so next story. There we go.
So the next story is the fact that there is a new Jurassic World VR experience that is going to accompany the Fallen Kingdom film that J.A. Bayona has directed, and they are saying that it's supposed to be one of the most intense and interactive VR experiences that has ever been done. The original one for Jurassic World was more like you're just being led through everything and you can kind of look around, but in this one you're actually going to be able to take control, move around through the park and all this other stuff.
Cool.
They're saying it's going to be one of the most interactive, and I'm guessing the blue title is from this particular raptor, right?
Yeah, of course. That's the name of the raptor that's been trained by
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, Chris Pratt, of course.
Yeah, and I know you're big into the VR experience and stuff, although the one thing the one thing I should have made note of was what VR platform it would be on, because there are different ones, right?
It doesn't necessarily come to the PlayStation VR as well as the Oculus Rift and the HTC Vive, so that would be good to note. But thank you, Dino, for the super chat there. A little bit of a donation. Appreciate that. He says, Fuego! Dino-mite. So we're going to try and get through the stories, and then we'll get to the comments afterwards, you guys, because people get annoyed when we go back and forth. So I will shout out super chats, though. They've earned it.
So. Super chats.
So yeah, you know, I'm excited about this. I'm a big VR guy. Marcia and I recently,
Jurassic Park guy.
Yeah, I love Jurassic Park.
Me too.
And Jurassic World actually. Marcia and I recently did a VR playthrough of the first hour of the Paranormal Activity Lost Soul VR game.
How was that?
It was pretty fun. It was we jumped a lot. You should watch it.
There was still another It one we were supposed to do. Right?
Yeah, there is. We still need to do that. Absolutely. But that's an interactive movie though.
Oh, okay.
That's not a game you get to play. That's just going to YouTube VR. So we'll have to film it the way we did the last one, where we put the camera on the TV screen.
Okay.
But
couldn't you like see my reflection like in the TV screen?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can do about that though, because
yeah.
we can't record it that way. It's just weird. You got to have the whatever. Anyway,
yeah.
I'm excited about this because I do love Jurassic Park, and that interactive first It one made me jump a lot.
Yeah,
and the Paranormal Activity thing made me jump a lot. Resident Evil 6 is an amazing, or Resident Evil 7 rather, is an amazing example of a VR horror game. So I am a firm believer in the power of VR if done right. So the fact that I'm going to get a combination of the Jurassic sort of property as well as VR, ooh, that's super exciting for me.
And not to be stuck on a rail either, where they're like leading you around basically, which we see in most of the earlier VR games that we tried out. You know, this is one where I'm assuming that like there's a controller of some sort, if I remember, where you can actually, you know, control where you're going, which is
game developers. Game developers, game developers find a way. Sorry.
Great reference. I love it.
Had to do it. So anyway,
yes.
Fuego. Let's move on to the next story, which is boom.
Yeah.
Shane Black.
Yep, we got more fun news about the Shane Black The Predator film. So first and foremost, they did announce that we have a forthcoming teaser coming probably in the next week or so. They're trying to keep it a little on the concealed side and whatnot, but even more exciting.
I just put my straw up my nose in case anyone didn't notice.
Did anyone know? I didn't notice. Did you guys notice?
Ugh, I don't want to use it anymore.
No.
Go ahead.
If you have to go switch your straw.
No, I'll be a man.
It is your own nose, sir. I mean, it's better than my nose.
Sucking on boogies.
You can pick your friends and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose.
Who says? I would pick my friend's nose if they really needed it. Go ahead.
So Shane Black's The Predator teaser coming soon, but another big announcement that they just had is that it is going to be converted into 3D. Now, the original circulating story was that they had shot some scenes in 3D and that it was not going to be one of these post-convert processes, which we know...
Post-conversion has gotten better.
It's gotten better, but I mean, when it's done poorly, it doesn't look very good.
True.
And you know, I'm hopeful, especially as excited as I am for this film. Remember, they did shift the release date back like about a month, so now it's coming out September 14th. They're still hopeful it's going to be in that kind of sweet spot that, you know, a horror, like sci-fi horror in this case, was able to just go and crush. But I don't know. I'm sure we'll see it in 3D, because if it's a property that I like if it's a Marvel movie or like a big budget sci-fi like spectacle kind of film, if there's 3D, I'll usually give it a try in 3D. How about you, man?
Yeah, you know, well, what I usually do, quite honestly, is I have a website I check.
That's right. Yes.
I actually checked it this morning.
Determined if that,
I basically check. I check a site called To 3D or Not to 3D.
That is the question.
Where they basically break down all 3D releases into a bunch of categories and rate each category out of 5, so you get a massive out of 35 breakdown score, and you can determine whether it's worth it or not to go see VR or 3D.
Yes.
And so the one I went and saw today by myself, which the review I'll put up tomorrow, is I went and saw Pacific Rim Uprising in 3D because it got a score of about 32 or 33 out of 35, and honestly, the 3D was really cool in the movie. I was glad to have watched it in 3D.
I've heard mixed feelings about that film. They've said Boyega's really good in it.
Boyega's great. Boyega plays Ray. Essentially,
really,
he does kind of. You know, funny. I explained it a little bit in my review, but it's and
he's Idris Elba's character's son.
Idris Elba's son, correct. Okay. So technically, the brother of the Asian female from the first movie, who does return in this movie.
Okay.
But
the Sons of Anarchy guy does not.
No, Sons of Anarchy guy does not. But Charlie Day and the other scientist both return.
I love Charlie Day. Yeah.
You need to watch the movies. You need to watch the movies.
I need to watch the Guillermo one at least.
You need to watch them both, because I know you're a fan of Charlie Day, and you need to watch them both.
I love some Charlie Day.
I'm saying you need to watch them both. Trust me.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. But yes, 3D Predator.
3D Predator. I would definitely watch it. I mean, if the website I frequent recommends it, that's what I'll say.
Oh, only if that's our stipulation when we go to review.
Well, you got to do your research. You got to do your research,
and that's what we do for this show. So thanks for tuning in, guys. The next one is more of it's obviously more on the sci-fi comedic side, but there's creatures in the Men in Black franchise and so on and so forth. And I adored the first Men in Black. Second one was pretty terrible, if you ask me. And then the third one, Josh Brolin playing the Tommy Lee Jones character, it wasn't great, but it's still, I was amused by it. They've been talking for the longest time that they were going to do MIB 23, and it was going to be the 21 Jump Street crossover
right.
where they became MIB agents. And if they were going to make that into an R-rated,
they were going to become MIB agents?
They were going to become MIB agents, yeah, and they were going to make, and they were saying they were going to make it R-rated, and it was going to be super violent, over the top, and that would have been awesome.
That would have been amazing.
But apparently that idea, they didn't think it was going to fly as much with audiences, and so they've scrapped that, and now they are rebooting the franchise, or re-bequeling it.
Yeah, but Tessa Thompson is so good, dude.
No, I'm not disappointed in this idea.
No,
I'm stoked.
But why are they still calling it Men in Black?
Well, because it's just going to be maybe there's been implications, like they're implying that there's not just one headquarters, there's spots all across the world.
But why is it not People in Black?
If it's Tessa, I see.
You know what I mean?
Are they going to rebrand this? Are they going to change the title? I don't know.
Let me take off my feminist hat for a second. Okay. So, no, I'm excited about this. I love Chris Hemsworth, and he has proved now a couple of different times, both in the new Ghostbusters movie that a lot of people don't like to talk about. He proved himself to be quite funny in that.
He's got genuine comedic timing.
Which he showed again in the fake, in the Ragnarok movie, Thor Ragnarok,
which also
but also
Tessa Thompson, right? And their interplay was good in that.
Exactly.
Right.
But yeah, so exactly, they have already a history of working together.
She was getting all faded.
Also, his part in the Danny McBride fake, Crocodile Dundee sequel thing that they did. He was funny in that too. He's
every Australian actor and actress known to man.
Yeah, no, that was really good. So I'm excited to see him, take this role. I think it could be really great. But
I'm curious,
what I'm interested
who's
to
the
see
one who's
is
going to be playing it straight, because one of them is going to be the Tommy. Do you think
she
so?
Will.
She might be the You
I guess she'll be the Will Smith?
Well, if they go with the racial dynamic they went with before, which I think they should flip it around.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. It could go either way. It could, maybe it's both of them are being drawn in as recruits and put together. And who's the one that comes back? Is it Tommy Lee Jones? Is it Will Smith? Is it no one?
There's rumors it's neither. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I guess maybe a cameo if we're lucky, perhaps. But so yeah, not news of the most horrific, but and, a lot of people are stoked about the fact that Chris Hemsworth, Tessa Thompson, and honestly, I love the director. They have F. Gary Gray directing this. Now,
really?
I didn't see the Furious Fate or whatever.
Fate of the Furious?
Fate of the Fast, whatever.
It was over the top, but it was fun.
Yeah, but he also did the amazing Straight Outta Compton movie, the hilarious Friday movie. So he has the balance, I think, to approach a property like this really, really well. And I'm actually pretty pumped about this finally, even though I was more pumped about MIB 23. I'm not gonna lie.
Fair enough.
As funny as those movies were. So
I'm excited about this too because I just like the whole idea that we're thrown headlong into this world where aliens exist with us, and that the intergalactic way station that apparently Earth is. Like I dig that. I dig the world that MIB has presented, even though some of the movies were definitely weaker than others.
Now, was it based on a comic book originally? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know for sure.
Either.
I don't know.
If you know, let us know in the comments. Yeah. So we're jumping over to a story that this is probably the one that I know the least about, unfortunately. Have you seen the original Maniac Cop? The one that had Bruce Campbell in it?
Long time ago. Don't remember it at all.
I don't supremely remember it either. I just did a review yesterday for Larry Cohen's A Return to Salem slot, and I'd forgotten when I was doing research that Larry Cohen, who also wrote It's Alive, Hugh the Winged Serpent, he's done all kinds of iconic shit. He wrote all the Maniac Cop movies. He didn't direct them, but he wrote them. I guess this guy, John Hyams, he's trying to get this remake off the ground and has for a while. I feel like there was a movie that we did a trailer reaction for recently about like a crazy, violent, homicidal cop. It was directed by Clown from Slipknot. I honestly it was like Officer Down, maybe, or some shit like that. But
something like that.
But that looked a little more interesting in my opinion. That looked like a modern Maniac Cop remake. And with this guy's track history, he's only done a couple of the direct to VOD video Universal Soldier sequels. So he has a very short list behind him. So I don't know. Anyone in the comments, do you think that we need a Maniac Cop remake? I'm not so certain. I don't even remember the one very well with Bruce Campbell.
Me
though. It's
either.
not of like the iconic essence for me. But the director did give an update and said that the script has been completed and he's still doing his damnedest to find some crowdfunding and get it off the ground. So yeah, like I said, the story this week that needed to be mentioned, a lot of outlets reported on it, but
Yeah, not that interested myself.
Yeah, insane copper going around killing. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's not a terrible idea or anything like that. And doesn't he die and come back in the next sequels as like a zombie cop kind of thing?
Man, I'm trying to remember if he was always like kind of a zombie cop.
Maybe so in the first one even too. Yeah,
I don't recall.
That's the thing. It didn't stick. It never stuck out in my mind as one of the series. I was like,
iconic.
It's one of the best. But
you
know, whatever.
Sequels,
I'll give it a try. But yeah, Fuego, let's move on to the next story.
The next one is one that I'm stoked as fuck about.
I'll bet you are. And here's the thing: I can actually speak to. Oh, that was Maniac Cop. Oops, we didn't.
There's Maniac Cop.
That's what Maniac Cop.
That's your Maniac Cop.
But this is what we're talking about next, which is a comic series apparently.
And they're totally stealing an idea from Marvel here.
Absolutely, because I actually have those issues where Punisher kills the Marvel Universe.
And also, didn't Deadpool do it
Deadpool
too?
Also killed the Marvel Universe in... Actually, they did Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, and then Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe again, where he travels to a new dimension to kill all the Marvel characters once again. Yeah, one of the alternate worlds.
That's funny.
So, this is definitely in that vein, but it's exciting for me, actually.
I love Tim Thomerson. Did you ever see Dollman?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, Dollman versus the Demonic Toys?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
yeah.
And that's what it seems to me like the first adaptation is going to be maybe like another version of that story or maybe just a straight adaptation. But the cool thing here is that we have people arriving for our stream. I'm excited. They are basically going to be having Dollman go after a different iconic other franchise by Full Moon in each issue, and it's going to be a 6-issue series. The second one he's going after is Castle Freak, the Stuart Gordon directed one. He's going to be going after the Puppet Master puppets at some point.
Castle Freak was always a great creature movie.
It was really good, actually. Stuart Gordon, underrated Stuart Gordon, back in the 90s when Full Moon actually made good movies. In any event, I love Thomerson and his just kind of quippy, snarky asshole cop from the Trancers movies. Even when they shrunk him down, he's a little doll man, dude. So yeah, this is very fun for me. I didn't even know Full Moon has their own comics label, and as I did some research, there's Puppet Master comics that are coming out, so I need to go pick that shizzle up. Yep. Maybe they're better than the recent movies.
Probably so. That wouldn't take much.
Yeah.
I'm not super excited about it, but I am interested. It's a comic. It's a property I love, so I will. Yeah, no, I'll definitely buy this. I will buy this because I love comics, and we do horror comics reviews. In case you guys didn't know, we do have a whole playlist of horror comics reviews. So
indeed.
All right, so let's move on to the next one, Fuego.
Another one that I'm curious if you've seen, because I did not watch this movie until recently when I saw that it was either on Hulu or Amazon, one of the streaming services. Our friend Amanda from Channel Sundown loves this movie. I think this movie is. I think this original movie is garbage. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's got an interesting score, but the kills are not good.
The plot's terrible. It doesn't make any
robots
sense.
are clunky. It almost feels to me like they were trying to really directly rip off Short Circuit and Dawn of the Dead without any social subtext. And Have a Nice Day. I mean, some people I know love this original film. The point behind this story being, Brian, obviously you didn't understand the point of that story, Brian. There's the director of Laid to Rest has been trying to remake this for a couple years now, and it came out this past week that he has a completely different idea for what he wants to do with it. He doesn't want it to have robots in it.
Oh, good.
He wanted it to have weird, demonically possessed mannequins that go around killing people.
Ooh, I like that idea better.
A lot of fans of the original movie didn't, though. They were pretty pissed about
robots
this.
Are stupid.
Yeah.
Killer robots like the ones they
had
are
the Terminator?
Stupid. No, the killer robots like the ones they had are stupid. They should not be killer robots. It makes more sense. It's shopping mall. It should be something organic to a mall. It should not be fucking robots.
Yeah,
that's so dumb.
Had their brains,
I always thought that was a stupid
They had their wiring scrambled, and then they just go start killing all the kids who stow away there.
I know a lot of people like that movie, but I don't like it.
A lot of people like Chopping Mall, man. I don't like it
Here's the thing. How did this get made? Did Chopping Mall? And it only helped reinforce my opinion that it's just a terrible movie.
I do like the score, but then again, I like most scores from 80s movies that were schlocky in this degree anyway. It's synthy and kind of cool. But sorry for all you Chopping Mall fans. I'm not too excited about this. But the point being here is that Rob, where is his name? I believe it was Rob Hall. Yeah, so Rob Hall is the director of Laid to Rest and the sequel also. He's been trying to get this made, and he had a Twitter war with the director of this original movie. And the director of the original movie is like, that idea is terrible, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't even have funding. He still hasn't even completely acquired the rights. Like, he was out for blood trying to just just shame and tarnish the name of the late Duress director. It seemed like an older person just being very protective of their property, and I'm not young. You know?
I love Laid to Rest too.
Yeah,
that's the Chrome Skull series.
It is. Yeah, you have that right.
I do. I love Chrome Skull, as you guys could see if it was on camera.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually would be down to see it if it's the Chrome Skull director.
Yeah. Well, and also with such a different concept, I can't say that since I'm not fond and nostalgic about the original property, I was that mad. But, you know, maybe don't say it's a chopping mall remake. Maybe take that concept, Rob Hole, give it a different title. Don't try to get by based on that title when it's going to be something completely different. So I'll take, like, the Switzerland route here, okay, before we jump into our second to last story. And this is one that excites the hell out of me because of the fact that Preacher Season 2 was such a step up from Preacher Season 1 for me.
I still haven't finished it.
I still haven't finished it either. For shame, Fuego, for shame! But I got through most of it. And they did some interesting things with the Grail and with bringing in just more characters and more just weird. It was a weird melding of many different like storylines from the comic. Like it was set in Nolan's, and they don't even get there until I think like book 5, if I'm not mistaken. But they're jumping backwards, and season 3 is going to be another amalgamation of things because you've got TC and Jody and Grandma coming in from from Jesse's family. But then they're also adding some other iconic characters. One of which being his name is. Oh boy, I can't even read my own goddamn handwriting. Acarius, I want to say. But I always said, I never remembered his name. I always remembered the interactions that Cassidy had with him in Nolan's, and he's just like 300-plus-year-old, blonde, very, very flamboyant vampire who disagrees philosophically about, just the approach that my boy Cass takes in it. And, yeah, their interactions were always funny. I think it's going to be, just a very cool and amusing contrast. And this guy was very gothy, like 90s rock star type. And the guy that they cast him, who was on a show called Rain, which I've never seen because that's CW period piece wackiness of some sort. But the guy's name is Adam Crosdell, and you can see him right there on right next to that very pale blondie. I'm wondering if they're going to change his hair color or not. That's what I'm curious about. Do you remember this particular story that I'm referencing?
At this point, it's so long ago that I read the Preacher series. I just don't recall that part of it yet.
Yeah, they go out drinking and they're buddies for a little while, him and Cassidy, and then they end up at odds. And the dude's got all of his like goth followers who want him to turn them into vampires, and it's kind of silly. But the next one is a character that we saw, I believe, in book 3 for the first time, and it was where they were really giving more history about the Grail and the fact that they've been trying to protect the bloodline and all that different shit. But the Allfather, who is basically like a glorified like pope behind the scenes, this Allfather Deronique, I'm trying to remember his exact name. Allfather Deronique, and he was like the 100-something one because they've been protecting the bloodline for thousands of years at this point. But they're putting him in season 3 as well, so it's just going to be a mishmash of all of these different characters. The guy that they have playing him is Johnny Coyne. Yeah, and he's been in tons of things, lots of British television and films and stuff. He is going to be seen in the upcoming spin-off, The Nun, from the Conjuring series. Is this a character in all of his insane, like his demise, like what ends up happening with him in that 3rd book? He clashes with Starman. Him and Star do not get along, and it's pretty fucking funny. Do you remember when they introduced this character in the comics? A little bit better?
A little bit. Still not that much. It's been over 10 years since I've read the books, so I just don't remember them that well. But I do remember loving the series overall, so I'm kind of enjoying watching it unfold without having all the books fresh in my mind, because then I don't have to get pissed off about stuff.
Which is why I remember I started rereading the series when Preacher Season 1 came on, and that in turn made me very judgmental of the first season of Preacher. But by the second season, and I understood more what they were going for with the mashing of different ideas and not going in a linear fashion, I was plus I felt like the chemistry was better. They toned back Tulip a little bit, and so I'm
second season did seem a lot better than the first.
Yeah, like they had their vibe figured out a little bit more so. So I'm stoked for this. Preacher Season 3 doesn't have an exact premiere date yet, but I can't remember if it's about to start shooting or it already has. But they just keep making more and more casting announcements. So
Well, I think that's good on that one. I am excited to talk about this last one.
You get to talk about this last one because this is dope as hell.
Yeah, guys. So apparently, not only are we once again going to be involved in Mad Monster Arizona, we will not be doing footage for our channel this year. However, the plan is to do footage for the Mad Monster channel. So we'll be doing some reviews and footage.
Maybe we'll get some
interviews and stuff like that. Nice. Yeah, hopefully so, because Robert Englund is going to be there, but so will Kane Hodder. And not only that, but Kane is doing something really awesome for his photo ops. Yeah. He's actually on 2 different days going to be donning 2 different Jason outfits that have never before been captured in the live action. He's going to be doing the Tom Savini Hell Jason from the Friday the 13th game, as Tom Savini is going to be there himself.
Oh, he's going to be back again too?
Yeah, Tom Savini is coming back, so he's going to be doing the makeup for both of them.
I interviewed Tom Savini.
He did. You interviewed him last year. That is on the channel. But Kane is also going to be doing a photo op as the purple 8-bit Jason from the original Nintendo Entertainment System Friday the 13th game,
which has
as you can see right here,
out like crazy.
Yeah, that is really cool. We're gonna have to get those photo ops too, because that is so awesome, dude. I can't wait to do it. As oh damn, Honeyball got timed out.
Oh no.
That was an accident.
Oh, damn. Sorry, Honeyball. Honeyball's a long-time viewer. Don't time him out. Dave says he accidentally did that, Honeyball. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
But this is super exciting, you guys. I got to get some really cool photo ops last year. Let me. One of them's on the wall.
Grab them. Now, the thing that I get to say here real quick is the days that they're actually doing Mad Monster. It's coinciding pretty awesomely, and it makes me wonder, they're not doing it in May like they did the last... what, 4 years, I want to say, dude? Yeah, yeah, this is the 5th Mad Monster here in Arizona. So the last 4 years, it had always been in May, like shortly before or after. Actually, no, I think they did it in June one year, but it's always been right around Phoenix Comic-Con. But, yeah, this year it's in July. And guess when it is, dude? It's Friday, July 13th.
Ooh, really? That's awesome.
Yes.
So here's the first one. This was me and... I
want to see, too. Oh, the glare.
Yeah, no. It's me and CJ Graham, who played Jason in Friday the 13th. God damn it. There we go.
Rough, bro.
Friday the 13th, Part 6. That was me and him in actually the same shirt I was wearing earlier today. But the better photo op that we got as a whole show was this one here, which is, of course... our time on the Pinhead experience. So that would be myself, Marsha, Fuego, and Dirk with Pinhead himself, Doug Bradley.
Yeah.
So that was really cool photo op last year.
And you got to direct the promo for that set, man.
Mauricio, we'll get to the 2nd season of Santa Clarita Diet eventually. We have a lot of other stuff to do first, though, unfortunately.
Yeah. Lots of stuff.
A whole season of a show is a lot to commit to, and we all have day jobs, so we're doing our best. So, all right. Yeah, I'm excited about this. Are you planning to get a photo op with Jason as one of these?
I'm hoping we can all just do one together and
that'd be nice.
Save some Skrilla. Or maybe, since we'll be hopefully, doing all that stuff, and maybe Evan will be nice to us.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I guess we'll see.
We don't want to step on toes.
Crossed.
But yeah, guys, I think that's going to cover it for this week's Horror Show News with Booze. We got to go ahead and cut it because we're about to go
back
record.
To any comments?
Oh yeah, you want? Well, we can, yeah, because we'll just have to end this very soon because we got to go record our 4th anniversary podcast, our 4th podcast anniversary.
The
show's been going for about 4 years and 3 months, but the podcasts have been going for 4 years.
And we have pretty much the entire crew here, guys. You don't see them right now because we were trying to flip-flop the live stream with the news with Booze. So,
yeah, 8-bit Jason will be there, Edward D. That's what we're saying. We're excited about that.
It's pretty dope. But yeah, we have Mercer here. We've got producer Dave. We've got both of the girls, both Marsha and Susie are here.
And
we got my dude Lou. It's gonna be awesome, and it's gonna be a very fun. Are we still doing the 3D casting?
Yeah, we're doing the 360. As you can see, the camera over there on the table. 360 cast, so everyone's gonna be able to look at anyone at any time. We have one test podcast where David and I did it with a bunch of our toys lined up and everything. So you guys will be able to see anyone at any time. We will not be doing it live, though. No,
we're not.
No, we can't.
Oh, okay.
We have to record it.
Well, there you go.
So that's why I'm saying. That's why I mentioned from our social medias earlier that we did a trailer reaction, and then this as our 2 episodes for today, and then the 4-year podcast probably won't actually go up for another week.
Which was the reaction? What did you do?
I did Ouija House. one of our confused reactions. Still, we still have one of those left to put up.
Okay.
But we're gonna record some trailer reactions if we can, and other stuff tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to pick some up on Tuesday. But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this week's Horror Show News with Booze. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you click the link in the description box down below to support the channel by getting some cool horror merch. But yeah, thanks very much. I've been Cecil Laird.
Gracias, I've been Jaime Fuego.
And remember, stay scared. Bye.